We're all tired. The I'm forever. Things. Watch. Okay. Let me make sure that is muted so I'm not distracted. Okay. There's nothing like hearing yourself twice. All right. Okay. Oh shit.
Why would you go to a default that doesn't exist? Use my microphone, goddammit. There we go.
Okay. I was gonna say at the very least you come through on Twitch.
Hooray. Okay. Good. Good, good. Great.
Right. Now go mute it.
Good, good, great. Okay. Now we're ready.
Okay. Get that back up. All right. Hello, welcome to episode 247 of Geek Grills. The Geek Grills podcast is supported primarily by our patrons at www.patreon.com/grills. I'm Ray, and I'm joined by my co-host Linda.
Hello, I'm here.
Ember is not going to be joining us tonight, but it's fine. We will carry on. Today's topic, we're going to be talking about the protests in Iran, because occasionally there's some serious stuff to talk about. But before we get to that, what have you been working on, Linda?
Well, I got this recent crochet commission. I think his name is Digit. It's from Cyber Chase, which is a cartoon. There we go. Oh, it's gonna be a great recording, everybody. I've lost all my nouns. My brain is full of fluff. This is also full of fluff. This is basically the body of it. He's like a weird like cyber bird. I don't even really know. I don't watch Cyber Chase, but he's got like a little round head and like a backwards baseball cap and a little butt copter. Like his butt is a helicopter. And his wings look like hands. So I've done like little. I haven't finished them yet. They look very weird and skeletal almost right now. But I've done like little wing hands for him.
Aww.
But that is my latest commission. Then when I'm done with that one, I have a rainbow duster with gloves, arm warmer gloves to make for someone else. That'll be for a Christmas present. And then hopefully I'll have time to do this thing for my mom. She knows about it. It's a quote unquote Christmas present, but she had to pick out some colors and such, so she knows about it. So I know you listen to the podcast, Mom. It's okay. I'm not spoiling anything. But it's basically a gnome calendar blanket. So like, it's off of Repeat Crafter Me. She posts up a bunch of crochet um, graphs. So we've got like January and then February. She's got all the way up through to October right now because it's like a year blanket. So like it's a little gnome with a cute Halloween hat. But so yeah, I've pretty much got all of those commissions to do. Although the last one's not technically a commission. The last one is just a present that I'm making for my mother. And then by the end of October, by the 28th, I gotta get my dress done. I worked for 12 hours on Saturday.
Oh gosh.
Like a full 12 hours with a couple of breaks thrown in there. 49 pieces of fabric cut out later. I'm ready to start step 1 in the
Oh.
in the pattern, cuz Simplicity gives you like the steps that you're supposed to follow in their patterns. Pre-step 1 is cut out all the pieces. And each piece had like at least 3 separate pieces of fabric for each piece, because some of them get attached to another before they get attached to lining, and it's my own fault for picking a pattern that's supposed to be a wedding dress. Not
Ah.
It's not actually a wedding dress. It's gonna be like full of shark, but it's there's my table is over that way, which is why I'm looking over there. It's a lot. So now I have to baste. I got some of the pieces basted, which if you don't know what basting is, it's basically you put in a big old stitch to hold the pieces together before you sew them. And then when you sew them, you take it back out.
Geek.
So I've basted all the big pieces. Now I have to baste the foundational inner pieces before I start sewing. Like actually sewing with the sewing machine.
Okay. Now, yeah, no. I don't remember this. This is probably why my stuff doesn't turn out too well.
Now, so that's step 1 is basting of 50 steps.
Bull.
But it's fine because I'm skipping like 7 steps that tell me how to put in a zipper, because I know I know from previous doing a mock-up, which is why you do a mock-up even though it's a giant pain in the ass. From doing the mock-up, I can just slip it on over my head. I don't need no stinking zipper. So I'm not gonna bother.
No zipper.
No zipper for you. So, yeah, it's coming along. It's it's in pieces, sitting there staring at me, but it's fine because I've got pretty much like a couple of hours in the evening that I can devote to that. And then I have all of next Saturday, so I could ostensibly do another 12-hour day if I'm feeling up to it. I just, when it comes to like crafty things, sometimes I get in a zone, and I'm just like, all right, go. And then I don't notice when the hours go by. Although, as a note, and just my kind of from a newbie sort of, because I sew, but I don't sew, But as somebody, who uses patterns every once in a while, the circle cutter saved my goddamn life. Because I didn't have to cut all those out with scissors. I used a circle cutter and a self-healing mat. So you just put it underneath the fabric and you go zoop and you're done.
I do remember that every time I would ask somebody to sew the costume for me, their main request, in addition to being properly compensated and buy the materials, was you cut out the pieces.
Yeah. It's an ordeal. Especially with something that big. Because the hardest thing about this is manhandling the pieces. Because some of these pieces, like the dress itself, if you would hold it up, or the longest piece I've got is like the back of the full dress and the train. And the train goes out like 2 or 3 feet.
Oh gosh.
So I'm trying to wrangle like 7 feet of fabric. So that's the hardest part, and it's just it's fine. So many pins. Oh yeah, if you in case you were curious, I have already bled for this project. I've stabbed
Yep.
myself at least 3 times, probably more than that, but three at least I know where I actually bled. And like, every time I stab myself with a pin, I immediately put my hands up because I don't want to get any blood on the fabric. Like, it's fine. It's fine.
Blood for the blood god, but not on the fabric.
Yeah. I do not want this whale shark to have gotten into a fight. It is not what this is for. But I have decided, because I'm like, because last week I was like thinking I'll wear this at the aquarium night, maybe Dragon Con when I go next year for aquarium night, but for my work, holiday party, I'll just wear Galadriel and it'll be fine. No, I'm wearing that. I'm gonna be a whale shark at work because I'm spending so much time on it.
Makes sense.
So that was pretty much my weekend. Was just cutting out fabric for days. What about you?
So the Cyberpunk 2077 addiction continues. Thank you, Cyberpunk Edgerunners. I'm about 30 hours in. Johnny is a jerk. Just Johnny Silverhand is a jerk. That's all you need to know. It's fun though. I do like it. I have learned the importance of not picking fights with enemies that have little skulls over them. It's it's not a good time. Usually means it's a one-shot kill, them to you, not you to them.
Dangerous, huh?
Very dangerous.
Gotcha.
So it's kind of a thing I like and don't. I do like it though, because it's open. It's open world, so there are little different areas, and you can't really see like levels. But you can see, like, before you start to pick a fight, most of the time, you can kind of scan people and, like, oh, this skull, I'm just going to keep walking, or I'm going to jam on the gas and drive through this area really fast. So,
Oh.
and hope I don't hit a cop because they take that personally, and much like Grand Theft Auto, you get the stars down the side, and they don't stop spawning until you run away. Because I didn't know I accidentally shot somebody that I wasn't supposed to shoot, which got a star, which instantly spawned cops, which I kept killing, which caused me to get up to 4 stars before Scott is finally trying to figure out why I'm yelling that they won't stop spawning on this mission that's supposed to be just me collecting a car. And he's like, "Just run away! It's the only way to make that stop." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
I can't
Like,
remember.
in my brain, I'm like, eventually they're gonna have to stop, right?
Right. I don't. I think it was Cyberpunk 2077 that Matthew was playing, where like I would hear like the controls for the car aren't great,
Oh no, they're terrible.
because I would hear like every once in a while just nee nee nee, damn it, nee nee, damn it.
I am the worst at driving. There's actually a quest that you can take that is just a driving quest. She just wants you to be her driver while she shoots outside of the window, and I'm like, and it's a drag race, and I'm like, I cannot drive. Like no, seriously. I got a motorcycle. The motorcycle is easier than the car. I have crashed that motorcycle too many times. I cannot drive. Uh-oh.
All good? I still see you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I just had a freak out moment because Twitch just kind of stopped. So I was like, oh god, are we still recording?
Reload. Yeah, we're good.
But it could be my internet.
No, I think it was a Twitch thing because mine did the same.
Okay, I will blame Twitch then. Hooray. But because of my cyberpunk addiction, I have a commission, and we're going to see if this shows up. to draw the main character from Cyberpunk Edge Runners, which is David Martinez. Eh, And I have pencil sketch.
All right,
There
yeah,
we
yeah,
go.
yeah. I see it.
I can
Oh,
kind of see him.
it's the the
I
disappearing
gotta
pencil
try to reflect
sketch.
it just right. It's so stupid.
I love how you
uh,
just.
Yay! There he is.
Well,
Okay.
look, man.
Oh,
If I ever want to use like Discord as like a fun kind of gaming thing, I'll just put a background on and then bring out a folder, and then I'll disappear. It'll be I'll do a disappearing act. That
but it's fun. I'm excited. I actually have two sketches. These are like the full size 11 by 17 uh, printer paper that I liberated from work. They're not going to miss two whole pieces of paper. I feel pretty confident about that.
yeah, yeah.
Uh, but it's like I knew that that was the size needed. So I have two sketches. One is mostly full body. It's like thighs up, and then the cityscape in the background. And then the other one is the full body. And it's basically just kind of a come at me bro pose. Like don't know how, like wide stance, arms down. It's kind of the reverse of like one of the cyberpunk um edge runner posters, uh where you just like see from the back and he's looking in the profile and you see the jacket. So I just kind of reverse that so we're actually getting the front view. And it's older David, so he has all of his cyberware gear on and is very, very buff. No consequences.
None.
None whatsoever. Let's see. So working on that. I'm doing crafting, dragging crafting, which I have made scales, which I'm very happy about my scales, but they are all the way over here. Aha! There we go. This should hopefully go better.
Oh, yes, I can see.
Yes! I don't actually have to fight this.
It kind of looks like it kind of looks like piles of coins, actually.
Yeah, so I just made some my own FX gelatin. It was a really easy recipe. It was literally just unflavored gelatin mixed with glycerin, 1 part gelatin, 1 part glycerin, 1.5 parts water.
Mhm.
That's it.
It's
And then I
like
added paint.
it's like making your own silicone mold. It's actually or quote unquote silicone mold. It's actually you can use cornstarch and glue and a little bit of water, and you can basically make a mold out of it that you can just pour like resin into. It's pretty
Yeah,
neat.
I'm excited. The color is fluorescent pink, which shows up appropriately orange under black light. And then some of the clear scales have the glow in the dark mixed in, so they don't glow very well, but it's like a little light.
Yeah, a little
So
thing.
that's
Well,
neat.
also it might be different after you've been wearing them out in the sun all day.
Yeah, that's true.
So they'll have absorbed all that UV, and then when it gets dark, they'll be like boing.
Pre-order for Black Panther tickets has already happened
Mhm.
and secured. And then I got my Lush box today, which I wasn't anticipating. So they had started this monthly Lush box service, which is like about $50, which is usually what I spend when I go, but I usually don't go monthly. But I figured I would give this box a try because the first time they're doing it for US customers. They've been doing it for UK customers for a while. So this is their very first box, which was also the Halloween box. And it came with stuff I did not anticipate. So, well, you voted. We voted on like 5 or 6 things. And I think like 2 or 3 items are the ones that were voted that I remember voting on. So, but we got a little Lush enamel pin, a little Lush like little notebook, 100% recyclable because Lush. It's a beauty service. It's all no animal testing. We got a lovely Audrey 2 bubble bar, which you crumble up and get lovely bath bubbles. A cobweb, and it smells like patchouli, and I love it. And then we got a lovely spiderweb bath bomb with glitter. I'm excited about. Shower gel, post, just like lotion, regular body lotion, and then there was a shower balm, which apparently it smells like coconut bananas to me. I think it's supposed to just be bananas, but it's literally like kind of like the bath bomb, but you soap it up and then it just explodes in bubbles that you rub all over. I've never used that before. So the whole point of this was like, oh, it's gonna be Halloweeny and stuff that I usually don't buy, and let's give it a shot. And yeah, okay. Um, I'm already committed for one more box, but I have put it on hold because I'm like, okay, that's enough. That's a lot of bath products now. Good.
Well, they're making sure you're getting your $50 worth, you know?
Definitely. I do appreciate that because I was $50 is steep. And even though
Is.
their bath stuff starts at like $8 for the bath bombs
Hmm.
and stuff, so I'm like, okay, that's about equivalent. I was just like, I definitely wanted to try it, give it a shot. So
Now
I
you
think
are.
I'm good for a while. Yeah, all set.
All set. So many things.
And I'm still waiting for that. The before I knew you were making a wand for somebody from Monster Prom as a commission. I'm still waiting on mine. He was supposed to get here today, and it looks like he'll be here tomorrow, which I'm very excited about.
Yay. Yay, Kit Kat.
Yep. Oh, and they released the date for Monster Prom 3, which is going to be on the 21st.
Okay.
So
We have plans, everybody.
just play it. It's fine.
It's fine.
Fear not. Okay. Happy giggly stuff done.
Yeah.
All right, on to what the heck is going on in Iran right now. Um, yeah, so you may have heard, you may not have heard, but there have been protests happening in Iran over the death of a 22-year-old Kurdish woman, Masha Amini. And her Kurdish name is Zina, but the official language of Iran is Persian, so we'll be using uh, Masa to avoid any confusion.
Mhm.
But she was this death happened in conjunction with being picked up by the Guidance Patrol, also known as the Morality Police, who are specifically tasked looking for people who violate the Islamic dress code. Um, Specifically, they usually tend to go after women in regards to their hijab to make sure that it is by their strict standards, very tight. There's no hair, there's no neck. It is literally just all you can see is face and hands. Um, they've been doing this for a while. Uh, but Masha was arrested because her hijab was loose and was showing hair. So they picked her up and took her in. The police claimed that she had a heart attack and a brain seizure while at the station. So they transferred her to the hospital, where she went into a coma. And eyewitnesses claim that she was severely beaten, and that's why she fell into the coma. So,
Yeah.
a little bit more backstory. She was in Tehran. She's not from Tehran. She's from farther north in Iran. But she was specifically in Tehran, which is the capital of Iran, to visit her brother. And the arrest happened on September 13th while they were getting on the Sahud Hagini Expressway with her family. Her brother was in the car with her. Uh, and her brother was told that she was going to go to a detention center for a briefing class and would be released an hour later. 2 hours after her arrest, she was taken to the Kasra hospital, where she clung to life for 2 days in the coma before passing on September 16th. When her brother was able to visit her in the hospital, he noticed that there were bruises on her head and legs, and the women that were with Asa were the eyewitnesses that we mentioned earlier, said that while she was detained, she was severely beaten for resisting the insults and curses of the officers. And a leaked CT scan showed the right side of her skull was fractured with cerebral hemorrhage, and swelling. Her death was officially reported as being due to a heart issue, but her parents disputed this because she had no prior health problems or surgeries prior to being arrested.
Hmm.
So, this, of course, I'm sure some of us might be having our own memories of things like this happening in the US, but protests against the government of Iran started hours after her announced death and quickly spread across the country. In response to these protests, Iran decided to shut down internet access on the 19th of September to certain regions before they decided to upgrade that to a internet blackout and nationwide social media restriction. The Ayatollah Ali Khamenei is blaming the US and Israel for the riots because love to blame the West.
Hmm.
And female protesters, in response, have been cutting their hair and burning their hijabs to protest the mandatory hijab law. Protests are also for more freedom, women's rights, against the morality police, and against the theocratic reign of the Ayatollah. That's
Just to bring you up to speed.
just to bring you up to speed. So the protests are still going on. Solidarity protests have actually started across the world and other nations with the slogan "Women, Life, Freedom." Uh, Jin Jian Azadi, which is a Kurdish slogan previously used with the Kurdish independence movement, and it's now being used worldwide to show support for the protests in Iran. Also, the Kurds are a minority group within Iran and actually the Middle East as well. They'll actually have, but they're all throughout there. And protesting in Iran has deadly consequences. Like it's not an easy thing like in America,
Hmm.
uh, where you could get hurt and something dire might happen. Um, there's been since at least October 10th, 185 people have been killed, including women and children, and hundreds of women have been detained and abused by the police and roundup. Uh, so that is what's going on. Um, a lot of this information originally came out thanks to social media. There were hashtags that were trending regarding uh, Massa's passing and the passing of other notable women protesters as well. So this is a women's issue, so I thought that would be a good thing to bring up because it seems recently I've only started to see like news coverage on it. And most of the coverage I was seeing before was literally Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah,
So
because that's where they
we're
so
able,
so
yeah.
they're able to get that out.
And
Yeah, that's yep. Yeah.
and
I,
I
the
I have seen. Oh, go ahead.
it's just the audacity to blame us for your fashion and they're not that's belittling it, but for your fashion police, for your morality police being assholes.
Well, apparently, I'm just saying apparently. Um,
Allegedly.
Allegedly, no, not even that. So back in 2009, there was the oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, everyone. My brain literally just died on me. Uh, the Arab Spring.
Yeah.
Everybody started to like, we're done. We've had enough. We're protesting. We need some actual change. We need to see some incremental change. That really hasn't happened overall, uh, as much as people want. So now it's a bit more dire as
Hmm.
people are understandably frustrated. There were also protests 2019 as well, and then the pandemic put a kibosh on a lot of the protests for a bit, but this just kind of kicked over the hornet's nest and started everything up again. So of course the Ayatollah wants to, and the theocratic government wants to blame the West because that's where women get these wacky ideas of, rights. And it's just, I it's so frustrating because this is obviously just a demand for freedom and like just normal treatment. Like,
Yeah.
men don't wear the hijab. That is only women wear the hijab, and that's gonna shift throughout the day. Like, no matter how tightly you have it at the start of the day, by the hair might occasionally pop out. It might get a little loose. There might be a bit of neck occasionally, and it's ah, it's just
It's the same old story of blaming women for men's inability to, keep their lewd thoughts to themselves. Oh, the hair. Oh, the wrists.
yeah, it's so frustrating, and
It's
only
frustrating
Iran.
and backwards. Well, to us, it's backwards. To some folks, like, if you want to wear that, great. Do what you want. But if you're being forced,
No, nobody likes to be forced to do anything.
mhm,
Like, that just causes resentment. And Iran and Afghanistan are the only countries that have this law of requiring women to wear the hijab in public. And ah, the fact that it's a law and it's violently enforced as well, it, it's not a rejection of, they're burning hijabs, but they're burning hijabs in solidarity to show like we're done. We're fed up with this.
mhm.
We want to be able to do what we want to do and wear what we want to wear, and maybe we feel more comfortable being a little looser, or maybe we don't want to wear it at all. And that should be they should have the right to make that choice.
Yeah.
Like like you shouldn't like you shouldn't force women to wear a hijab. On the same fan, you shouldn't like you shouldn't say you can't wear your hijab. Like, just, it doesn't bother you. It's not affecting anybody but the woman who is deciding what she wants to do with her own body and how she wants to express her own faith. Let them do this.
Mhm.
But I just thought this was an important thing to,
To get out there.
highlight, make more
Yeah.
people aware of. Uh, is is a heady issue. And there
Especially
are. Go ahead.
especially because they're trying to repress it. They're trying to, like, shut down the social media. They're trying to do all these things to
Yeah.
make sure it's not heard, and it needs to be heard.
Like, initially there wasn't going to be a the family of Massa wanted to have an autopsy. They wanted to prove, like, look, the police did this to my daughter. Uh, and they were like, nope, nope, we're not going to do that. Now they're running the investigation because they're basically backed into the corner.
Hmm.
But they are still trying to spin this. Like I said, it wasn't until October, and these protests have been going on since September, that the Ayatollah even mentioned anything about it. And then they're trying to spin it as, oh, these women have been brainwashed by the West, and that's why they're suddenly demanding this. And
It's not
but they
suddenly.
just,
It's not suddenly, boys. It's
yeah,
not.
and that's why they need this re-education and to be reinforced that this isn't allowed. These riots, they call them riots, um, as opposed to protests. So,
They have not seen riots.
oh, I would not say that, but it has definitely escalated. A lot of people outside of the country are trying to do what they can to show solidarity. Um, and basically do what they can. I believe the U.S. might have recently lifted that they're still doing like internet sanctions, which I'm not sure how that is, but I don't think we've done any economic sanctions because honestly, Iran is not doing well economically and hasn't
Right.
um, for a while. So that's part of the other reason. Like, there's nope. Let me refresh. It's trying.
Okay, OBS reconnection successful.
I have
Why did
ads.
why did you disconnect? Sir, ma'am, can I ask
Did I
why
say a
you
bad word?
disconnected? Hello? Okay. It's back up for me.
Okay. All right. As long as it's back up for you, because I am still in ad breaks apparently. Okay. Well, just Ember, please cut all that.
I'm
Sorry.
probably gonna end up sending her the recording rather than have her pull it from Twitch because Twitch I think might
Twitch
be
is being
having
wacky right now.
Twitch is being a
Yeah.
little wacky. I hope that didn't disrupt the recording. It shouldn't have. Okay, now that we're back, I
Now we're
think.
back. Yes. I can see us again. That we are actually back.
Cool.
Um. Yeah. But
Why you gotta be this way, OBS? Anyway.
anyway. Yeah, that's pretty much it. There are so many articles that I am quoting from or got my information from, as well as just like other updates that will be in the notes.
Yeah, we've
Um,
got like Guardian. We got all sorts of like news. Uh,
Washington Post, Al Jazeera, um, Arabia English. Like I tried to get a wide variety as opposed to just like U.S. publications. So but yeah, I just wanted to try and get as much information and share that. Um,
yeah,
at this
you
point, I
have. Thought you had in here somewhere where they could like. Have they started up like fundraising yet, or is that not yet that you can
that
see?
is what I was actually just about to check.
Yeah.
Because I'm not sure. I know that there's been a lot of like celebrities and members of other nations showing their solidarity with cutting their hair on television or on stream. I'm trying to see if there's more that can be done right now. So, but I don't have anything official yet. I'm not sure if maybe. Okay, well, there's something from the time. Hooray. Yeah, so there is the Center for Human Rights in Iran. You can donate to them. Uh, Other options, you can donate to United for Iran, use technology to empower Iranians, Human Rights Watch, uh, Amnesty International is asking for donations to help fund their investigation into the violence. Let's see. Abdurrahma
And we'll have everything.
Borman Center for Human Rights
Yeah,
in
we'll have
Iran.
everything listed in the notes and.
Yeah, and there are also petitions. It's just basically try and stay informed, uh, try and help with what you can. This is important. Like, not just. I mean, it's very important for the women in Iran, but this is important for women all over the world.
Mhm.
Like, we should stand together. Definitely, like, fight against any forced tyranny. Uh,
Yeah.
a little too much? Uh, but
Uh,
basically, any erosion of rights, of human
yeah.
rights, basically. So I just kind of something I really wanted to get out there.
Yeah. I mean,
And,
look, we got a platform. Sometimes it feels like we're shouting into the void, but we know some people are listening.
yep, and yeah, that's it. So I just wanted to do that. I'm gonna add this last one that I just got to the list with the thank you times. And if you have any thoughts or want to share any stories, you can chime in by emailing us at geekgrills@gmail.com, or you can also tweet us at geekgrills. So, what are you anticipating right now, Linda, for the week coming up?
We have our anniversary this week. Um, so we're gonna do melting pot for our anniversary dinner. It's 8 years. Yeah, it's I forget sometimes.
Yeah, I understand. My mom asked me how many years, and I'm like, uh, uh, a while,
Some time has passed.
more than 10.
Yeah, so looking forward to
Are you?
that. Oh, what?
Is it going to be the Bavarian Oktoberfest stuff?
I don't know. I don't know what. I don't know what.
The menu?
The menu is. We'll have to see when we get there. It's gonna be a
Okay,
surprise.
okay. I know that they were doing that until like when we're going, which is like the 26th. So,
I mean, I did forget to mention that this past weekend on Sunday, I went to my parents' house and we had a mini Oktoberfest because my dad is German. I have German heritage on my dad's side. Um, I say he's part German. Anyway, um, so we did like the bratwurst and we did the schnitzel and we had some like German chocolate cake and uh
mm.
it was very good. It was quite good. And my mom turned on the music and it was just the Oompas from Oktoberfest. And I was like she started it playing and I was like, "Can we have it down to a dull roar please?" Cuz it was like blasting into the kitchen. I was like, "The Oompas are a little intense." But it was good. Um so
Festive.
yes, festive. So I've had an Oktoberfest, but if there's an Oktoberfest to be had via fondue, I might also do that as well. Because if Melting Pot is a fondue restaurant where you go and it takes like 2 hours to eat, but you're fed tasty, tasty things that you dip into the fondue yourself. It's a lot of fun.
Into melted cheese.
It's melted cheese and boiling contents. It's great. And then I am oh god, I've lost all my words. It's fine, everybody. Um, I am getting everything kind of ready for the last market day of the season that I'm going to. Um, I should say the last regular market day. In December, they have a winter market, and my mom will be helping me with that because it's a 3 day affair. It starts on Friday night, all Saturday, and most of Sunday. So, but
It's like a little con.
it's a little con Christmas market, so it'll be nice. It'll be cute. Well, apparently they emailed us. It was so well received last year, and there's so many more vendors this that were at the regular market this year that there were 90 vendors that signed up, and they only have room for 40.
Oh wow.
So the email has gone out of so because it's December, early December in Georgia, is anybody willing to be outside? Because the winter market is held inside in a big old building. Um, it's the Brenner Hall, if you know where that is, Ray. It's like down the street from where we have the normal market.
Oh,
It's the
okay, like
big, yeah, the big old,
community center thing,
yeah,
right?
with the park in front of it. Um
Yeah.
so they were like, Yeah. Would it who wants to be outside? If and I was like,
Because it's Georgia. It's chaotic. It could be 60 and sunny or 30 and raining. Who knows?
yeah, and I'm like, I could, but the issue with that is that you have to put up and take down your stuff every day instead of being able to leave it up like you can in the inside. But I'll cogitate on that and I'll make my decision and whatever. But yeah, so I have like I'm gonna make a couple of spooky things for this last regular market because it's before Halloween, and then I gotta focus on my commissions, my dress, and then maybe make some holiday Christmas things for the winter market. But that's future Linda's problem.
Good luck,
Without
future Linda.
good luck, future Linda. It's okay. I told you, with this whale shark dress, you're gonna slowly watch me lose my mind over the next 4 weeks. 3 weeks. The next 3 weeks.
Deep breaths.
Deep breaths. What about you?
We got Trinity hopefully maybe tomorrow. Possibly D&D The Wild Beyond the Witchlight on Wednesday? Question mark. Uh and then I'm trying to decide if I want to spend this Saturday doing a deep clean or if I want to go to the Stone Mountain Scottish Festival, which I've never ever done.
Oh.
So
Oh,
do
and
not.
and maybe swim aerobics.
Yes, and then water aerobics definitely this week. I'd be more open to often offering up like more days of the week, but because games are currently at a
Friday.
maybe, yeah.
Both of us are kind of like Friday is the best day.
Friday is a guaranteed. Like I have no plans on Friday other than Friday.
Other than Friday, yes.
Other than Friday. So, all right. Well, remember, folks, you can always come watch us record live at twitch.tv/geekgrills on most Monday evenings. The next one will be on
I wrote
somebody
it.
update this. Thank you. October 17th at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, about character AIs.
Character dot AI. Like
Dot AI.
I think that's
Okay.
what it's called.
Oh.
It
Oh, okay. That we're chatting with the AIs.
maybe. I don't know. I'm a little sus about it, but we'll see.
I mean I signed up and because I'm cyberpunk obsessed, I was talking with Rebecca from Cyberpunk. So
We'll see.
we'll see. And in addition to the subs and bits that we get on Twitch, we are supported by our amazing patrons. You're the greatest girlfriends on the internet. You can become a patron at www.patreon.com/grills. And don't forget, if you have Amazon Prime, you can sub us for free every month on Twitch.
And another way to show your support is by leaving us a review. You can do so on any of your podcast catchers. You can check out what topics we're going to do in the next month on our schedule below on our Twitch page. If you're a patron, you can always suggest a topic for us. We will do it. We'll do your topic, so suggest things for us. I'm not saying we're running out of ideas. We're not. But you have other ideas that we don't.
We would like to know what your ideas are.
Give us ideas.
Where can we find you on the interwebs, Linda?
You can find me on Instagram under the name madcap_misc. That's MISC. Once I get the dress into some sort of shape that I can put it on my body, I'll probably be posting pictures of it because I do post my costuming cosplay there. And you can also check out my website at madcapm.com. What about you?
You can find me on Instagram under DappleDame. It's a lot of cyberpunk right now and not too much Vamptober because I got distracted. And you can find Ember on 9of12.com. Thanks for listening, everyone. Good game.
GG.
GG.
Bye. All right.
It's a little short.
A little short. It's okay.
But there's two, so
Yeah.
those are usually a little short. Unless we're talking about a LARP.
Stop recording.